Her talent was evident from the very first notes she produced, barely after learning to speak. Even then, a depth and expressiveness resonated in her voice, astonishing those around her. But the world, unfortunately, isn't always ready to hear a voice that differs, that sounds unlike the familiar majority. Don't miss this incredible and truly touching story. Be sure to subscribe to our channel right now so you don't miss a single detail. The viewer will witness how this young girl, facing profound misunderstanding and unfair prejudices, found the incredible courage within herself to challenge them, using her unique and unrepeatable gift. From her earliest childhood, Amina knew that her life's path might not be simple and cloudless. The color of her skin, regrettably, often became an invisible yet palpable barrier, erected between her and the surrounding world. Even when her pure, crystal-clear melody, sincerely emanating from the heart of a child, sounded, she felt a sense of detachment, wariness, and sometimes even open prejudice from some people whose views were clouded by stereotypes. What do you think helped young Amina preserve her passion for music and not break under the heavy burden of societal pressure? Share your thoughts and assumptions in the comments below. Music became for Amina not just a fleeting hobby or a way to pass the time, but a true sanctuary, a sacred space. The only place on earth where she could be completely herself, without pretense or falsehood. It was her personal and deeply intimate way of expressing the complex feelings, raging emotions, and mature thoughts that couldn't always be put into simple words. She learned to sing entirely on her own, intuitively grasping the basics of vocal art, pouring into every note she performed all her pain from unfair misunderstanding, and simultaneously a bright, almost childlike hope that her talent would one day be truly appreciated. Every timid appearance she made on stage, whether it was a school concert or a local amateur competition, turned into a real and nerve-wracking trial for her. Time and time again, she had to overcome not only the natural nervousness before a large audience, but also the invisible wall of doubts and prejudices erected around her by the stereotypes of others. She stubbornly proved that her voice possessed true artistic value and deserved the sincere attention of listeners, completely independent of any shade of her skin or origin. It was a constant internal and external struggle for the fundamental right to be heard, for the inalienable right to express herself through the magical world of music without looking back at the often unfair judgments of others. But this time, preparing for a particularly important and responsible competition, Amina made a firm and conscious decision to speak through her music openly, boldly, and without the slightest hint of fear. The song she carefully chose for this pivotal moment was not just a beautiful melody with touching lyrics for her. It became her personal cry of despair, her passionate and uncompromising protest against ingrained injustice, and at the same time, her unwavering, almost naive hope for a better, more just future where true talent would finally be valued above any external differences. And at that very magical moment, when her strong and soulful voice finally rang out on stage, it was no longer just someone's ordinary vocal performance. In every carefully crafted intonation, in every drawn-out and trembling note, an entire story sounded. A story of a courageous struggle for self-determination, a story of unbending and unwavering hope for the triumph of justice, and a story about how skin color has absolutely no significance when a true talent is born into the world, capable of touching the deepest and most hidden strings of the human soul. Her piercing and heartfelt voice literally shattered the thick and cold wall of prejudice that had been stubbornly erected around her for years by ignorant people. Her musical confession, flowing from the stage like a pure stream, with incredible power made the hearts of all the listeners in the hall beat in unison with her own, full of pain and hope. On this unforgettable evening, she clearly and unequivocally showed the whole world that her beautiful black skin was not some shameful stigma or an unfair verdict of fate at all, but, on the contrary, a majestic symbol of inner strength, uniqueness, and an inexhaustible, God-given talent. Now, every viewer who has touched this truly inspiring story can share it with their friends and loved ones with a pure heart, to encourage those who face similar difficulties today, and to once again remind our complex world of a simple yet so vital truth. Every voice without exception deserves to be heard, And every person on this planet has their own undeniable value, completely independent of their origin, skin color, or any other external differences. And to not miss even more such powerful and inspiring stories, be sure to subscribe to our channel right now. Until new and interesting encounters.